Howdy! Welcome to another episode of the First Impression series, the series where I review an album just after one listen. And today we are looking at the new release from one of Japan's most popular bands, the pop rock, pop punk, and alt rock band Scandal. Kiss in the Darkness is the band's ninth studio album released on February 12th, 2020, and is the band's first album to release after the band formed their own band-run music label, Her, back in 2018. Now let's talk about the cover. Remember, this is no bearing on my opinion on the music. This is just for fun. Cover art features a white background and a young girl on a tricycle that's in a small bowl. There is a huge white human heart on top of her head and a flower coming out of the tube of the heart. There are three variants. Each variant has a different color of liquid that is in the bowl and a different flower coming out of the heart. There is yellow with sunflower, what I think is a bud, not the best with flowers as a disclaimer, with blue, and a rose with pink. There is also a super variant for the deluxe edition that features the heart being turned completely into a garden, and pink, yellow, and blue making up the liquid. I'm going to give this cover an 9 out of 10. I really do like how creative it is. Now, this album will be done track by track, starting with our opening track, Tonight. The guitar in the intro of the song is great. Really like when the bass comes in and a sort of dreamy feeling of the intro. The bubbling electronics are incorporated well, trap beats are featured on the song after the first chorus, and they do go well with the riffs. When the live drums come back in for the second verse, they are mixed rather interestingly with how they use a good use of compression. The production and mixing on this track are bold on that front with how sometimes the song will be compressed. The fast vocal flow on points of the song are also really good to hear. Second song is Masterpiece. Really love the hollow production of the first few seconds that uses a good electronic transition into the start of the song. Really love the guitar rhythm at the start. It has such a crisp tone. The drum mix has a bit of attack on it, and the drumming on this track is definitely a standout with the fills that are presented. This song is definitely has that familiar Scandal sound that people who know the band and are familiar with how they sound will know and love. The bridge guitar picking is fantastic. And now we're on to the third song, Fuzzy. The drums start us out as the guitar screeches its way into the track. The lead guitar is panned into the left side and is doing some rather impressive melody, and it goes well with the rest of the song. Speaking of harmonizing, the vocal harmonizing done by the backing vocals on this track are good, and have always been one of Scandal's strengths. Now we're on to the fourth song, and disclaimer, I'm going to be referring to the Japanese songs by their English translation names, as I know I'm going to butcher the Japanese pronunciation on the title anyway, so yeah, it will be easier on me, and it'll probably be easier for you to hear that and not cringe at me. So, the fourth song is Ultimate Weapon, You. Really love the synths of the song, and the way that it just thumps before the instrument drops. And the whole woo right at the start of the drop adds to the song's fun nature. The perfectly clacky bass on this is thunderous, and you can hear it clearly in the background. The auto-tune actually does work for this track. The drum fills on this track are great, the chorus is very loud and catchy, and like seriously, try getting this stuck out of your head. And it's just fun. The chorus is also the perfect money shot. It is an earworm that will lead people to this track, and there are some small soft changes that will happen during the second verse. The ba in the pre-chorus for the second chorus is just enjoyable. Really love the falsetto vocals that go along with the drums that lead into the bridge. The experimentation in this song pays off greatly. This song is a strong anthem to move forward. Even when you slip up, it's not a you won't ever fall down again anthem. The message, in fact, is you're going to fall, it's okay to get back up and move forward. This could apply to many things. The first that may come to my mind personally would be addiction. It could also be about getting rid of self-doubt. Now, this was a song that I've absolutely grown to really love more ever since I did my reaction of the song, or first impression of the song a few months back. The fifth song is Laundry Laundry, and it starts off with the sound of a washer being done. This song is rather soft and features lead vocals being taken over by Tomomi, who is known for having this higher register in her voice. The song is calm, and I do like that approach to it. This is a little bit of an unexpected but welcome curveball the album throws at you after the last song. The acoustic guitars on this track sound vibrant, and the guitars come in with great timing halfway through the first verse. And this is just a song simply about doing laundry. The sixth song is Neon Town Escape. The bass you can really hear and feel the thump of it on this track. The drums are pretty solid on the song, and the guitars here are rather calm. This is a song that I could feel could have benefited from the final chorus being slightly louder and bolder to complement its horns. Perhaps they have the guitars louder in this part, then I would have not had this bit of a small issue with it. But the vocals during the final chorus do stand grand on their own, and the horns on the outro are great too. The seventh song is Ceramic Blue, and the drums on this track are coming in good. There is a bit of attack on the snare and the drum mix on this track, and I really like the vocal flow that's present on this song as well. The bridge in this song is good. This song definitely does sound like a Scandal song, and there are some good Scandal guitar riffage in this song. Eighth song is Anniversary. The bass is great in this song, and it feels like it's the lead at points on the song. The guitars on the song at some points have the song a slight dance feeling. There is a musical triangle on this song, which gives the song a bit of a wholesome nature. And honestly, this song would not sound completely out of place if it was present on a family-friendly comedy in the 2000s. The ninth song is Winking, and the snare has a nice, sharp reverb on it. Really like the guitar melody on this, and the harmonizing vocals. And again, on this song, Tomoni is the lead vocalist, and the harmonizing again is great. I am reminded of 80s synth when I hear the way the snare has the reverb on it, and in general, the song does have a 80s aesthetic to it. The second to last song is A.M.D.K.J. Really love guitar at the start. The bass is good. Really love the vocal flow on the song and the compression on the pre-chorus of the song to give it a deep sound. This is a song that would fit very well into the band's sixth album, Hello World, and then we transition into a slight reggae section where I really like how the harmonizing in the bridge sounds like a choir. Now we reach the final song on this album, Suki, which is Moon. Really love the sound that is moving from the right to the left in the intro. This is an acoustic song. Waves coming in is great. Really like the backing vocals on this song during the chorus, and the percussion in the said chorus is rather simplistic but effective. We get the whole band coming in at the 130 mark. The strings are good in the background and are a great touch, as well as the piano present on the song. The small moments where it's just the common electronics and the ambient guitar are great. Really like how loud the final chorus is, and on this song it feels like a grand finale. This is a sad closer. We get a good outro with a half-note chorus strumming that winds the song down to end the song with a soft a cappella vocal phrase. Like the closer for Yellow, Chisa Hono, this is a sad closer for the album. But this one has a more bittersweet feeling than the latter. This deals with the end of a relationship and the struggle of moving on, and when you think that you've moved on, you look back at the person that missed them. This could also be interpreted as the band looking at the state of themselves and sort of where they want to go from here. Now, for my overall thoughts. There is a lot of bold experimentation on this album, and it is great to hear. The electronics present on this album are fantastic. Scandal has dived into electronics on a few songs here there before in the past, like Asumi on Hello World, I think, but this is the first time that I've heard them really embrace the electronic side on an album. And the blend of the traditional Scandal formula with the experimental songs works very well, and for me personally, when they dabbled into these electronic sides, those were the album was at its strongest. The electronic fused songs still feel like Scandal, and they do not lose their identity with those songs. The album is well mixed and produced, and I really like how ambitious it is on the production side. And the drum mixing on the song is definitely really fantastic, and it's definitely one of the areas where there is a lot of really interesting ideas coming out. Tomoni definitely steals the show, though, on the instrumentation side with just how amazing the bass is on this album. The guitar riffs and the song on this album, sound really good, and the melodies are strong on this album, as well as the vocal harmonies. And Harna is definitely a really good lead vocalist. However, if some of you, I've heard that some people are wanting more vocal involvement from other members, and this album definitely does seem to be a bit of a return to form to that. And that's why, with my overall score, I'm going to be giving Kiss from the Darkness by Scandal an overall score of 9 out of 10, giving it a tier of excellent. And my favorite tracks on this album were Tonight, Masterpiece, The Ultimate Weapon U, Winking, A.M.D.K.J, and Moon. What were your thoughts on the Scandal album? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you want to see me do a Scandal discography run where I review every single Scandal album on YouTube. And if you want to see that, let me know. I also want to say that this is an album that I can definitely see growing on me over time to the point where it could go up to the masterpiece tier, as sometimes my scores can change from when my first impressions. With that being said, a 9 out of 10 is definitely a very impressive score, and it's definitely an album that I definitely really loved. And I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to watch this review, and I hope you all have a great day.